Hi, it's Maria and little Gracie, and we're back to tell another story. This one will take place over a few days. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, probably 9 days. We'll see how big these chapters really are, but it looks very interesting. They're going to be kind of short videos, but I hope you don't mind that. I'll lower this down a little. The name of the book is The New True Book, The Eskimo, the Inuit, and Yupik, I think that's how you say it, people. And here it is. People of the far north. And I'll show you some pictures first. Here's some of the people. And here, I guess is where they are, way up there. I want to tell you, that's a long ways. I'm about here. That's way up there. At the far northern tip of the earth lies a land of snow and ice. It is the Arctic. South of the Arctic is a region called the subarctic. Two special groups of people live in this land that stretches from Russia to Greenland, across Alaska and Canada. They call themselves Inuit and Yupiks, which means the real people. We know them as Eskimo. Oh, I can read more than this. A land of frozen beauty. Inuit and Yupik people live in one of the coldest and most beautiful regions of the world. They have learned to live with the cold, whether on the snow-covered plains in the north or in the grasslands or in the forests of the south or inland from the coast. So I'm going to show you some of these pictures. Wow, look at that. Very, very cold land. Sorry, there's a little glare. For those who live in the Arctic, cold is a constant companion. It's always there with you. Except 3 months of the year, the land remains frozen. Spring arrives late. Snowfall still occurs in March and April. By May and June, the snow melts. For 3 months, the land becomes a swamp of melted streams, grass, moss, berries, and wildflowers. Herds of hungry caribou, that's a special type of deer, musk oxen, and tiny lemurs return to feed off the berries and moss. So here are some pictures again. It looks beautiful. So if you go to school, it would be like the only time without snow and ice would be your summer vacation. That would be it. And then it'd be swampy. Many kinds of birds come back. The sea is alive with seals and walruses and whales. Salmon return in the spring and summer. So I'm going to show you some of these pictures right here. These are some of the animals. See the sea lions? I think these are called puffins. July and August are the summer months in the Arctic. The temperature often does not get warmer than 59 degrees Fahrenheit. By the middle of September, light snow begins to fall again. And here is a musk ox. And he has curved hooves to help them travel easily. The musk ox. He would be in the cattle family. By October, the first heavy snowfall begins. All living things prepare for the coming winter, when the temperatures can fall to 50 degrees below zero. Now I'm going to show you pictures of the Arctic fox and the ptarmigan, which is a little snowbird. Each grows a new white coat for winter. So in the winter time, so that they will blend in better, they get this white coat, so that's their camouflage. So here they are. They look beautiful. Hunting from season to season. Looks like I can read this whole story maybe today. To survive in the cold climate, Inuit and Yupiks learned to live as the animals lived. They dressed in animal skins and followed the animals from season to season. So these animal skins and fur were very, very warm. And since not a lot could grow up there, they have to eat a lot of meat to live. That would be why they would follow the animals all over. They learned to trap and hunt and gather everything that could be eaten or used. Most people live along the coast and hunted seals year-round. In winter and spring, they hunted seals on foot. In summer and early fall, seals were hunted from small boats. Hunting seals in winter took the most patience. Seals live below the ice in winter. When they need air, they swim to a breathing hole they have made in the ice. A hunter may wait for hours or even days before a seal comes to the hole where he waits. When a seal appears, the hunter has a harpoon that's like a spear, and he harpoons him before the seal goes back under the ice. And even though that seems very mean, they have to eat. Otherwise, they would starve. In the past, most of what Inuit and Yupiks needed came from the seal, caribou, salmon, and walruses. Meat, clothing, tents, boats, tools, oil for heat, light, and fuel. Now, I'm going to show you a picture of walrus skin rope. It is 20 times stronger than regular rope. So that is very strong. Whales were hunted along the coast in spring and summer. People hunted caribou also. They hunted seabirds and collected bird eggs. Along the river, they trapped or netted such fish as salmon, char, and trout. So even though they would have to hunt a lot all year, they got as much done as they could in the summertime, because sometimes weather might just be way too cold or stormy to go out. And also, when the animals are cold, they find ways to hunker down, and they're hard to find. Now, that picture you just saw was fish hanging up to dry. That's one way that they can keep it. Crossing land and sea. Like all hunters, Inuit and Yupiks travel year-round to find food. To make travel easier, they built boats and dog sleds. Dogs carried backpacks during the summer hunts and pulled sleds in the winter. Sleds were made of bone or wood slats, sometimes tied together with animal skins. Today, some families still use dog teams for travel. 4 to 12 huskies, that's a type of dog, make up a team. The front dog is the lead dog. He listens carefully for directions, and then he leads the other dogs. So, there. I actually have a friend that got to ride on a sled being pulled by these amazingly strong dogs. Boats were an important means of travel in spring and summer. Two types of boats were used, kayaks and Yupiks. The kayak was small. It carried one or two people, had a wooden frame covered with seal or caribou skin. A hunter usually wore a waterproof jacket when riding in a kayak. The jacket was attached to the boat. It sealed the rider in the boat and kept him afloat if the kayak tipped over. So let me kind of just show you these pictures. Some of you may have been ridden in a kayak before. I know my son Stephen has, and his children, little Stephen and Serenity. The Yupik was a large open boat. It could carry more than 10 people. It was made of bearded seal or walrus skin stretched and sewn together over the wooden frame. It was used for long trips to hunt large sea animals. It's a big boat. Well, I think that's where I'm going to stop for now. I've read about half of it, and I'll read the other half soon. Well, it's Maria from Still Dreaming Homestead. I hope you learned something about these amazing people that we call Eskimos. I want to tell you I love you, I really do, but more importantly, God loves you, and He always will. Bye-bye.